Street Slayers. I'm Kurt, Street King, OG Triple. Just joking, but really. I'm going for a little drive today. It is freezing. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Today I just wanted to talk about the car, just give it a little red light. Today I just wanted to talk about the car, the setup that I have on the street car. This is KiTTy Twister. It is a 2014 Mustang GT. It obviously has the 5.0 Coyote. That's out that's fast. It's the story of my life. Nobody wants none. Nobody wants the Gap. This car has an MT82. The MT82 gets a bad rep. I don't know why. I think it's because people don't know how to drive, or they are spoiled. Because quite frankly, the MT82 is 175 times better than any T5 or T56, except for the Viper spec. But a lot of people give it a bad rep because they think it's junk or whatever. But hey, I'm happy with it. So for the future of this car, I really don't plan on doing anything crazy to it. I want to keep it a nice street car. I love to drive it. I'm not one of them people that tries to keep the mileage down or anything like that. I drive this car. With that being said, it might look like I don't because this car only has 40,000 miles on it. But I have a big family. I have 4 kids and a wife and 2 dogs. And kind of hard to cram all them in here. It's actually highly illegal and frowned upon. But now that my kids are getting a lot older and they're getting cooler and stuff, I took my daughter with me to Street Speed 717's call out at Maple Grove. That's where I tore the rear end up in the car. And also that event really inspired me to start this channel. I just realized how many people that I had such similarities to, personality wise and skill wise as far as building cars go. So I said, why not? I'll give it a try. I mean, I'd rather try and fail than just wonder if I could have ever done anything with it. One sec, this ought to be fun. I do better content for you. Me, I don't care. I honestly, I would fix this car every day just so I could drive it more if I had to, because I love it that much. But I really, for your sake, I would rather do other things that way. You know, we grow together, and there's more positive information out there than there is negative information. If you want to see some of the pictures of the projects before they're actually featured on the channel, you can go to my Instagram. It's KiTTy Twister. It's actually kitty.x.twister. Check me out. You'll see some of the future projects of the channel on there. If not, hey, that's cool. We'll all be surprised together. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to be installing a KiTTy transmission mount bushing. I already have an upgraded shifter, so that helps me out a lot. It's very short throw. It's not notchy. I have never had RPM lockout. My clutch is a Mantis clutch. That's where a lot of people go wrong with these transmissions. They install very aggressive clutches that don't release very well. Any kind of spec clutch is a no-no in an MT82. Come on! Simplest thing in the world. One of the main reasons I honestly wanted to start this channel was because of forums. I cannot stand forums. It is like, you know, you have a question, and of course you go to a forum, like most people do, and you throw this little innocent question out there for the sharks to just devour it. It's, I mean, it is like, it's like sending a puppy out and to play in traffic. It's terrible. These people, you ask one simple little question because you either don't know any better or you're curious about something, or to see if maybe something will work, and all these people do is just tell you these asinine opinions, or answer your question with a question like, why would you want to do that? Well, because I was kind of curious if it would work. And of course, unless you're like balling out of control, you can't just, you know, experiment with a car, especially like, you know, if it's your daily driver. You might not have the funds or the means, or it might not be realistic for you to experiment with your car. So you ask questions. Me, that's all I like doing, is experimenting with this car. I like trying different things. I have 373 gears in the rear right now. I'm actually thinking about changing it to 355s just to see if the car would do any better. I don't know if I'm going to just find another 8.8 housing and build it and then put it in the car and keep this one for just in case it doesn't work out very well. But really, interrupting my vlog. Who would be calling at a time like this? Don't know yet. A lot of traffic today. Jeez. Where's everybody going? Punch buggy, no punch back. Ah, gotcha. questions, because there's so much misinformation. I mean, if I would have listened to everything that's on a forum, honestly, I probably would have just, you know, sold my car, because, you know, everything I have is just wrong. It's terrible. It's the worst thing in the world. Well, guess what? My car is just fine. Runs great. I have no problems with it. I still have the same exact transmission that this car came from the factory with. I have the same exact motor. I've bounced this motor off the oil, the rev limiter numerous times. I've never had any failures. So basically, you get a visual. You get to see what I'm doing. I'm going to show you how-tos, how not-tos, what I'm doing, the parts that I'm using, the parts that I'm not really too fond of, parts that I'm fond of. You get the gist of things here. That way you don't, you know, you're not really talking to some dude that you don't even know if he even owns a car. He might just be somebody that just is a Google scholar.